Monday edition of the Morning Buzz here on 90.3 WMSC Upper Montclair. In studio, I'm Cam Martin. Alongside me, Joe Verga.
Thank you.
Our events coordinator, Cassandra DiFario.
Hi.
Our newscaster, Alan Arario.
Good morning.
And inside the other studio, we have our sportscaster, Megan O'Neill.
Hello, hello.
We have a great show for you lined up. And, of course, we got a lot of things to talk about. But before we get to any of that, Allie, can I get a newscast?
Of course you can, Cam. Good morning, everyone. My name is Allie Rario, and on this delightful Monday, I am joining you from 90.3 WMSC Upper Montclair. In international news, the United Kingdom Prime Minister Boris Johnson announced that people who are living in the UK are allowed to bring immediate family members who are currently located in Ukraine into the country. Alongside enforcing this rule, he also offered £40 million, which is equivalent to 53,368,000 US dollars of aid to Ukraine as a result of the Russian invasion. In national news, on Saturday afternoon, 2 individuals were shot and injured at a Jewish community center in Indianapolis. The shooting supposedly stemmed from a heated basketball game that occurred in the center. Thankfully, both victims are in stable condition and don't seem to have any life-threatening injuries. In regional news, New York is following suit to New Jersey in the removal of mask mandates in their schooling system. On Sunday, Governor Kathy Hochul announced that the mask mandate will be lifted in schools and childcare facilities as of this Wednesday due to a decline in COVID-19 cases and hospitalizations throughout the state. Lastly, for some weather, it is currently 25 degrees out with the humidity at 50%. Today is predicted to be pretty chilly with a high of 37 and a low of 25. It will be mostly sunny throughout the day, and as of Tuesday, temperatures will begin to rise. Thank you, and back to you, Cam.
You know what I love about that entire thing?
What?
1, temperatures going up on a Tuesday. They're going up on a Tuesday, respectfully. And 2, is the sun's out. But the best part about, the weather being nice? I can play sports outside. Speaking of which, Megan, can I get a sportscast, please?
Yes, you can. So Paige Beckers returns from injury and immediately shows up to play on Friday night. The resigning National Player of the Year came off the bench in her return Friday from the December left knee injury. In just 13 minutes, she contributed 8 points on a 4 of 5 shooting, 2 rebounds, and an assist in the number 7 Huskies 93-38 against St. John's. Beckers had missed the previous 19 games with the Huskies, with their record being 21-5 after suffering an anterior tibal plateau fracture and a lateral meniscus tear in the final minutes of their 73-54 win over Notre Dame. She had surgery December 13th. On Friday after the game, Becker said, "I've never been more happy to have on minutes restrictions," she said. "Just to see by my name in the box score and have minutes next to it is surreal to me. Amazing to me just to be back in the position. I'm so grateful for everything that I have." With the clock winding down in the end of the first quarter, she shook her defender and nearly lost the ball before collecting it and sinking an elbow jumper right into the buzzer. Beckers roared and raised her hands to amp up the student section before she was embraced by teammates and the bench. "The first basket, it wouldn't be me if it wasn't something extra," she said. "So I don't know if it's a lot of fun, but it was a lot of fun." Beckers came back, and I can't wait to see what she has to do for UConn. Back to you, Cam.
All right, now first off, Paige Beckers is a walking bucket. She is a literal goat. And the minute restriction kind of reminded me about what Michael Jordan did when he broke his foot back in '86.
Mm-hmm.
He did whatever it took to get back. But we're not talking about Michael Jordan, though. I will throw shoes. I will throw shoes at you. I will throw shoes at you. Don't do that same thing. Don't do that same word. I will fight you on this.
Megan is just.
I will
That's one.
I will fight all of you right now.
For legal reasons, that is a joke.
For legal reasons, this is a joke. This is a joke for legal reasons, but still.
This is extremely a joke.
This is a weekly thing where I get made fun of because I don't press on mute. I tell you, relax. Jeez. Anyway, Joe.
I was about to say, should I
Yeah,
take
take
over
over, Joe. Please
I'm
take over.
gonna let you. I'm gonna let
Take
you
over,
calm down.
Joe,
As they
take
talk, I'm
over,
gonna let
I'm
you.
gonna let you finish.
I'm gonna let you calm down as we talk about some feel good news in hour one. Now, listen, I know a lot of times we cover a lot of heavy topics on this show, which are incredibly important and need to be talked about. Flashback like 10 minutes. But given the times that we live in, sometimes a nice distraction is needed from the cruel nature the world shows from time to time. So today, I think it's best we appreciate what we have around us and find joy and positivity to make this a feel-good Monday. So let us celebrate with Lou Slocum and his family. A 100-year-old bowler celebrated his milestone birthday at a New Jersey bowling alley that his father helped build. Lou's family has owned Slocum's Bowling Center in Ewing, New Jersey for 83 years and counting. The birthday boy himself described the journey of the alley, and I quote, "In 1939, my father put these first 8 lanes in. I worked for him for a year, and he sold me the business. I bought the bar in 55. It was next door. It was a next door neighbor's bar, and added 4 more lanes in 1958. It was a joy, but a lot of hard work, a lot of hours. But I enjoyed it. I enjoyed meeting people," said Lou Slocum, owner of Slocum's Bowling Bar and Grill. His son Chip expressed his appreciation for his father. Quote, "Truly is amazing. He's in good shape and good health. Military has something to do with it. He has a regiment every day. Set up his plate, breakfast plate, and stuff. Puts on his collared shirt, dress pants, and has his breakfast and on about his day." To celebrate Lou's 100th birthday, the United States Bowling Congress congratulated him with a special pin as a sign of their appreciation. Lou says he has a 157 average score so far this season, and just a week ago bowled a 202. So there are no signs he'll be stopping anytime soon. According to Chip, 299 is the highest bowling score Lou has ever played. And for those of you who do not know, the highest highest score you can bowl in bowling is a 300.
So what I'm hearing is I could I'll get fired by this young man.
I want to be friends with him. Lou sounds like an amazing person.
Lou's a legend.
He sounds like a cool dude.
He
Lou's
does
a
sound like
legend.
cool dude.
First things first. I would fire all of you in bowling. Let's get that fact. Let's get that straight. I would beat all you guys in
Hey,
bowling.
pause.
Probably.
I'm so bad at bowling,
Pause.
so
Yeah.
probably.
I'm actually really good at bowling, so
What?
I highly doubt that statement.
Oh,
but
you
continue.
want a challenge?
I highly doubt that statement, but continue.
It's challenge day. But that's not the point. Anyway, Lou is a legend. Imagine bowling a 299, lifetime. Joe's the highest you ever bowled.
Highest I've ever bowled, I'd say around a 150.
You don't touch Lou.
I wish I can get some.
you don't even touch Lou. Not even close. Not even close. Megan, how about you? How's the highest you ever bowled?
Oh, on like a good day, it's like a solid 100. But on a gutter day, it's like a solid 60.
Not even the same universe as Lou. Al, how about you?
I don't know. I don't really pay attention.
Exactly.
I
Not
just enjoy it.
this. No, it's fine.
What about you, Cam?
Yeah.
Yeah, what about you,
Let's see,
Kim?
What about
Yeah,
me?
Cam.
No,
Yeah.
the highest I bowled. Highest I bowled was a cheap little 130. No, listen. Me and Lou, absolutely not. I'm not in the same planet as him. Actually, I want to say this. I'm not in the same galaxy as him. He's in the MCU. I'm in the WMSCCU. So respectfully, but that's not the point.
Is that Lou?
Look at that young
Is
man.
that really
we have image of Blue on screen.
Yay, I love Lou.
First of
Oh
all,
yeah, he seems like a
he-
fun dude.
he looks pretty young for
100.
yeah. Like he's chilling for 100.
Yeah.
He's in good shape.
Exactly, yo. When I'm 100, I better look like that.
That's all we could ever want.
Like I might not be bowling at 100 because that's not my life. Like it's lose, but when I'm 100, I better be in that kind of shape where I'm still able to. Hey, like look at that. It's him and his son Chip.
Adorable.
Nice.
But
I love
it's
that.
just so adorable to see Jersey S families. We all love a little bit of Jersey. Ali, I mean, you love Jersey enough that you came to school here. So I mean, silence.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Silence.
silence.
Can we go visit Lou's bowling alley?
We could, but
So
like
we have to
that's kind of a
introduce
stretch. It's like an hour drive, but I'm with it.
Yeah.
I
With that
don't
drive.
know. I don't know perspective of anything in Jersey other than Montclair.
Oh, I'm all
so-
aware. I'm all aware. It's all. It's
We're
okay.
all painfully aware.
It's okay though. We still love you, Ali. We still love you.
Aw,
Yes.
thanks.
You know you're over there. I'm just gonna just give you that so I don't have to turn around.
Aw, aw.
Okay, first things first. How much sleep did you guys get last night?
Um, I'd like to plead the fifth.
Same.
Megan,
I got like 4 hours of sleep. I didn't go back to bed till like 1.
Ali,
I tried to go to bed at midnight. I wound up not falling asleep until 3. So yeah.
reason why? Oh, here's the one. I got 3 hours.
Yeah.
So we're all guilty of this, right?
Yep.
So that's cool because there's a new report from the Chambers of Commerce.org. They have found that teens have a troubled relationship with sleep in the United States, and especially kids living in New Jersey. First things first, we're not kids.
We are grown adults.
We are adults.
We're not grown, but we're
We are full adults.
I'm a child at heart.
shut up. Anyway,
You're
I'm
not
kidding.
young.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm
Whoa,
kidding.
what?
Allie, I'm just kidding. Allie, here.
Isaiah, give this man an L
For what? For what I do this time?
for
All right.
being mean.
How you got an L? That's just me. Yay.
Huh.
Anyway, the study have found only 15.7% of New Jersey high schools report getting 8 hours of sleep on school nights. Okay, think back to a time of high school. How much sleep did you guys get? A lot of sleep in high school? New Jersey kids.
Once again,
Usually like 6 hours.
6 hours?
Yeah.
see, it depends. It depends on the season. If it's play season, I'm pulling like 2 hours of sleep a night, and I'm sure you can probably confirm.
Yep, there have been those nights.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's concerning. Anyway, Megan, how about you?
It depended either sports wise or
Jesus
when I would do
Christmas.
like the theater at my school too. It would
You
be
do
like
Good
theater?
Lord.
Yes,
Sorry,
I
I don't want to
did.
get sidetracked, but I love
no,
that.
yeah, I
Good
did.
Lord. Cassandra, please tell me that you actually got sleep and it does not depend on the season.
Yeah, it depends on the
Oh,
season.
Jesus. Louise. Oh
fall,
my
I did
goodness.
sports, so it was hard to like keep up with the work. But I think during the spring is when like I got normal amount of sleep.
Listen, I was consistent throughout the entire year. It did not matter what season it was. Listen, it was always a season for me. It was either always the football or track. It was always that. So I got a valid 7.5, 8 hours of sleep each night. So I'm gonna explain this. In total, only 34 states had enough data in order to gather this information. Of the 34 states, New Jersey is the lowest percentage of high school students who get at least 8 hours of sleep per night. Here are some of the numbers that they studied. Teens who got 8 hours of sleep is 15.7%. Teens who spend more than 3 hours on their phone or computer, 46.5%. Teens who don't exercise, 14.8%. And teens who watch TV for more than 3 hours, 17.6%. I fall into three of those four. Not gonna lie. Now we're gonna compare this to the rest of the United States. Teens who get 8 hours of sleep is 22.1%. Teens who spend more than 3 hours is 46.1% on their phones. Teens who don't exercise is 17%. And teens who spend more than 3 hours on TV is almost 20%. First of all, are you guys guilty of that too? Do you guys do any of the following things like that?
I would say I'm guilty of the more than 3 hours on phone and computer
That's fair.
because I do a lot of work. We're in college. Work is a
No.
lot.
Talk about high school. Just a big,
High school, just high school.
Yes,
Yeah.
high
So
school.
is it
Also.
only in terms of when you're trying to fall asleep, or is it
just
just
in general. Probably in general. Probably those last few are probably in general because I doubt that you're wasting your time.
Yeah, I was gonna say people probably wouldn't spend like 3 hours just scrolling. I mean, maybe.
I mean,
But-
people have. I've accidentally done that once.
Okay. Anyway, but yes, you guys do you guys compare that? Like, can you vouch for that in high school?
Yeah, I definitely had a lot of screen time.
Megan?
Oh yeah, same with me. I was on the screen a lot more.
That was like 40 years ago, but that's not the point.
Shut up.
Cassandra, that's like last week for you. So like,
Yeah.
actually, you two, both of you too. That was just like last week. Anyway, the data used in this analysis is from the CDC's Youth Risk Behavior Surveillance System, or URBIS, which surveys students in grades 9 to 12 in U.S. schools. So, if you look at the graph, and those who are not able to see it, if you listen on radio, basically saying that the highest overall people that sleep at least 8 hours, the highest percentage is freshmen in high school. They're just under 30%. And as the years continue to progress, the numbers drop to about 15%. No, actually probably about 16% by the time you're a senior in high school. And it's mostly females that don't get a lot of sleep. As 20% of females get sleep consistently for 8 hours, while about 22% of males get 8 hours. So how does that compare to your high school experiences? Did you guys get, like I said, I guess I kind of pinpoint this, but you guys didn't get a lot of sleep, did you?
No.
For me, I think my ninth grade year is actually one of the lesser years that I got a lot of sleep. That wasn't really good English, but like there were times my ninth grade year, I mean, throughout the majority of
Just
it.
say freshman year, please.
Huh?
Just say freshman year.
Yeah, I said my freshman year.
You said ninth grade. Just stop saying ninth grade.
Oh, freshman year. Sorry.
Better.
Throughout the majority of my freshman year, I was in up to 4 shows at once, like 4
What?
productions. Yeah, I was very, very involved when it came to
Your school was
theater.
doing 4 shows.
Yeah, it was a lot. And I was
Jeez.
Oh my
also in
gosh.
advanced classes. So for me, I was like constantly just on the go, never really sleeping. So I know it says on the graph that ninth graders get probably the most, ninth grade males, but just in general, ninth graders get the most sleep. But for me, it doesn't really line up with that.
I just gotta do one thing for you real quick. This is crazy. This is crazy.
It is. It isn't. It is insane.
It's really not when you love it, though.
That's fair.
That is fair.
Ooh, got it. That's the code reason. Anyway, so Joe, how about you?
I would have to agree. Ninth grade me wasn't getting too much sleep because, see, I was up at 6 a.m. every morning because I had to be at school at 7 for band, and then I'd be there depending on like when it was. I did marching band, so I'd be running back and forth from school for that. And then I also did the shows. I'd help out with middle school shows, did the high school show. And then also on top of all that, back before the pancetta started,
Oh, the pancake, nice.
back before the pancake got flipped, I did mixed martial arts. So my classes didn't get out until like 9:30ish. So and then I did it like half an hour away, so I wouldn't be getting back from that until like 10 o'clock at night. So, and then like a lot of the times that's when I'd be starting my homework. So I wouldn't go to sleep until like 1 a.m. and then
Wow.
wake up at 6 to do it all over again.
Wow. Megan, how about you?
For me, when I was a freshman, I got my like 8 hours of sleep, I would say. With track.
Respect.
Yeah, with track, I did winter and spring. So
Oh,
like,
you already know those long days.
yeah. So I mean, it wasn't too bad. I managed to like get myself like enough hours of sleep. But once it started getting sophomore, junior, and senior year, I started losing that because I started to get more involved.
Now, Cassandra, how about you?
Yeah, same with Megan. My freshman year was pretty steady, but as I got on and started taking like more advanced classes, as I started procrastinating more,
So
sleep
when you live
didn't
life. So when you
become
live life.
too big a priority.
Now, for me, freshman year was not the same because one, I was part of the travel football team, and my sleep schedule. There's a time I never forget a day. I had a track meet one morning. I had a track meet one day, and I was up until like 5:30 because I literally just got back from coming back from Florida, and I was exhausted. I was like, yo, listen, I gotta no, it was actually came back from Virginia, but I was like, yeah, I gotta go. So yeah, I didn't get much sleep. Um, I would say this now. Some of the risks that it takes, some of the risks involved are not having a lot of sleep. Chronic sleep loss and sleep disorders can put you at risk for heart disease, heart attack, heart failures, irregular heartbeat, high blood pressure, stroke, and diabetes. So if you are a parent in high school, if you're a parent of a high schooler, like you're far advanced in the future, and you know this now, how would you feel trying to get your child to sleep more?
That's a really good question. For me, I feel like an easy answer would just be like, oh, take away their electronics or something so they're not like scrolling on it. However, I have a friend whose parent did that and they still found ways to communicate and still be on electronics. So I feel like that's not really the best solution. So I don't know. Definitely takes a little bit of thought.
I agree with that. I feel as though maybe the taking away the electronics isn't going to do anything. It's
Mhm.
just that's going to build another thing called like trust within your child and the parent, and that could break that right there.
Exactly.
Mhm.
So I feel as though if like when I become a parent one day with like sleeping more like for the kids, I would say I would try to set boundaries with them, like in a sense, especially start them young so when they get older they don't continue those habits when they get older, if that makes sense. That's what I would do.
Yeah.
Joe.
Um, when I become a parent one day, I'd probably I'd probably try to put my kid into like some sort of like nighttime routine. So that like that way, like I didn't really have as much of a nighttime routine as I did like a daily routine. So I feel like putting like a routine into a sleep schedule can really help like help allowing a child to get more sleep so they have more energy for the next day.
Cassandra.
I agree with like Megan and Joe, like setting those habits early on, especially just learning time management. I know like that's where my lack of sleep came from, and just learning like those habits so it doesn't affect the rest of your um schedules and stuff. So yeah.
I would say, like Joe, like you said, just gotta get the routine. And another thing is, growing up, I didn't get my first phone until I was 10, and I didn't get my first smartphone or any smart device until I was about I was in seventh grade. So I kind of had the routine that it was already instilled in me early. But that's just the way it is. And hopefully that these kids are in a way able to can grow from it. Hopefully that their sleep schedule gets better, faster, and stronger, because that's the at the end of the day, that's the future of reality. Anyway, this is crazy. Joe, can you talk about this real quick? Because I don't know if I should talk to the third person.
Yeah, I was about to say talking in third person is kind of weird, but okay. So shocking story. Cam isn't the biggest Marvel fan in the world.
Cap. But explain, please.
We all know Cam loves Marvel.
Respectfully.
Big time fan. Probably seen all the movies at least 3
I
times.
got the new phone case too.
Mentioned. He's mentioned so many times on
Do
the
you not
show.
see the phone case? Look at the phone case.
I could see the phone case, Cam.
Respectfully.
But what if I told you that someone else was a bigger fan?
Impossible.
Oh my
Impossible.
So much, but here's the thing, so much to the point that she is now a record holder.
I'm listening.
An Australian teenager with a passion for Marvel superheroes and cartoons put her knowledge to the test and set a pair of Guinness World Records.
Laura is crazy.
Yes, extremely. Laura Noonan, 16, of Sydney, took on the record for the most Marvel characters identified in 1 minute and managed to correctly name 88 of them from photos on a computer screen. She dominated the original record of 55, just like the Chiefs did to the Steelers not once but twice.
So you just added me twice. That's crazy. That is so crazy.
They're ripping the chat.
Yes.
That is
Yes.
a
Noonan then attempted the record for the most cartoon characters identified in 1 minute and managed 102, nearly doubling the
What?
previous record of 60. Noonan said she became interested in the in breaking Guinness World Records when a foot injury ended her sports pursuits and she was left looking for a fresh challenge. Quote, I started reading about all the incredible achievements of people around the world, and I became inspired to be a record holder. Noonan said that the Marvel record was the first one to stand out to her, as she considered herself to be a huge Marvel fan.
That's very impressive.
It is
okay.
very
So
impressive.
first off, I guess
So Cam, when are you taking on the challenge?
challenge accepted. I will take on the challenge to be a
Yes.
because one, that is amazing. That is amazing. Secondly, so whoever said this in the script, whoever put this in the scripts, Isaiah, that's very tough. Not only did you have me one time because me and Marvel, but to talk about my favorite team like that, come on, man. Like, jeez, man. Sheesh.
I can't believe she managed 102.
In 60
Like, I don't even think I'd be able to speak my like that much.
I can say
in
that.
general.
I can speak 100 words a minute.
I can definitely talk 100 words a minute, but I think it's more the fact that
Oh, she was able to identify that many heads.
she was able to identify that many, and it doesn't say, it just says cartoon characters. It doesn't say from recent times or like from comic books
or movies.
It doesn't say where the cartoon characters came from. It just said cartoon characters.
I wonder if she's been practicing though, so she had all of the characters.
So she had the memory. She had the memory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
memory.
Oh, you know what? This is gonna be my talent next year. I'm WMC sound show. This is gonna be my talent
You're
next
gonna
year.
break the record.
We're gonna bring up.
Of course.
We're gonna get a Guinness World Record holder to the show so you can do this. as your talent.
Of course we are.
There's a record for everything. I
There-
didn't
there
know
really
that
is.
there's
There
things
really
to
is. There's a record for everything.
Listen, I would say this. Once I break the record, we're all gonna see it live and in living color, but that's not the point. But no, I say I've been a Marvel fan since I was a kid, right? I've been I wonder who has a record for most broken records, but let me get to my point. I've been a Marvel fan since I was a kid. When I was 4 years old, I've been watching a lot of Marvel, respectfully.
Yep.
Actually, I think that was the first movie I ever watched. I was 4 years old. I was watching Spider-Man. No, I was watching Fantastic Four actually. When I was the first movie I ever watched was
A lot of
Fantastic-
fours.
A lot
A
of
lot
four.
of fours in that one.
But you know what else? That's a famous saying of a certain medium.
Certain medium, yeah.
How would you talk about that medium?
Will do. So one man caught them all and sold one for nearly $1 million. We've all played, watched, or at least heard of Pokemon before, and some of us are excited for the newly announced Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. If you want to hear my opinions on that, if you feel inclined, tune into Joe Two Ways About Friday from 6 to 7 p.m. But one massively popular part of the franchise are the trading cards. We have heard of so many stories in which one sells for hundreds to thousands of dollars, but that is about to look incredibly small. A rare Pokemon card from 1998 set a new price record when it was auctioned for $900,000.
What?
Golden, an auction site specializing in collectibles, said the 1998 Pikachu Illustrator holographic promo card sold for $900,000 after 34 bids. I do know which card they are talking about. The card, which was graded a 7 out of 10 in quality by experts with professional sports authenticator, set a record for the public sale for any Pokemon card. The auction listing said that only 23 Pikachu Illustrator holo cards have been graded by PSA, and only one other example was given a 7 rating. The strong example of the Illustrator Pikachu occupies a rare echelon in the hobby and would instantly elevate any collection to a world-class level. Now I'm going to ask y'all some questions. Do y'all? Yes. That's the Charizard, not the Illustrator.
Please
But
describe please describe it.
What the Charizard or the Illustrator?
Yes.
The Illustrator Pikachu, if I'm not mistaken, I haven't had a lot of work. Oh, thank you, Isaiah, for pulling up the picture. I believe this is the Japanese version of the card, but the fact that it was a 7 out of 10 rating, the higher the rating, the more it's
Yeah,
worth.
there's more value.
So, do y'all have any Pokemon cards?
Yes.
No.
When I was a kid, I did.
Yeah,
Nope.
same.
I do.
Nope.
I have them, and then my nephew now he collects them like crazy. Like he has binders, and I gave him my old binder, and like
Oh, look.
he does like a whole thing. Like he has them organized by like the colors and everything.
Look at Auntie Megan.
Oh, thanks. But yeah, like he's always crazy when we buy Pokemon packs and we go in the car. We like move 3, put them in the back,
Yeah,
we
that's
flip
what
them,
you're supposed to do.
and then we do it.
Oh.
And we just go. We just pray for that rare hollow or something. It's so much fun.
Yeah. I especially think especially with the whole pandemic happening and the pandemic, I do feel like collectibles and especially Pokemon trading card or just trading card games in general, I feel like the popularity of them has increased so much because
Mhm.
because of, like, controversial influencers who names will remain unsaid. But when he did his video opening the the the
Oh,
extremely old
yes.
pack of
I know what
must
Pokemon
be
you're
hurt
cards,
I have
seeing
no
this.
idea who you're talking
You must have
about.
been
I know who
seeing
you're
this.
talking about.
let's just
We'll chat about
Yeah,
we'll chat about it
later.
later. But anyways, I feel like ever since he did that video,
Mhm.
Pokemon, especially Pokemon cards. Yes, Isaiah. I feel like ever since that video went out, Pokemon cards have not only shot up in rarity, but also price in general, because it's just simple laws of supply and demand. When something is in demand, the prices go up to the point where, like, on Amazon now, if you look up, like, they're selling them for like $70-$80 for like a box of like
It's
four.
crazy.
It's
crazy.
absolutely insane.
What?
Wow.
Yeah, it's insane.
So you need to tell me that $70-$80 will get you a box of a 4-pack?
Well,
Mhm.
maybe a little bit more than
Maybe a
that.
little bit
Is
more,
is
but-
that due because of the supply and demand, or is that because
I think it's partially because of supply and demand, and
Yeah.
there's people in the community called scalpers who
we all know.
scalpers
Oh, we all
are.
know scalpers are.
We all,
Here's the thing. I'm still trying to get a PlayStation 5 because of these people. I
Yeah.
still can't get one. I still can't find one.
I feel like, especially for the Pokemon community, because it's just it's because it is just cards.
Yeah.
I feel like the scalpers in the Pokemon community are really a detriment to
Mhm.
the
No,
culture surrounding 'em.
scalpers in general are just the worst people.
They
They
Scalpers
ruin
and-
the fun.
they ruin the
Exactly.
fun.
Like, bro, let us all enjoy it. Stop trying to monopolize on on my goods.
Right.
Let me
Yeah.
have fun.
Yeah, exactly.
But to answer the question about the cards, no, I never had Pokemon cards, but I do have football cards because I'm a sports kid. I've been a sports kid my entire life.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, really.
Oh my god, I could have never guessed.
But yeah,
my
I had
God.
Wow.
baseball cards as well. I had a Babe Ruth card.
I had
I can't
um,
find that card actually.
I had card jitsu or cards from Club Penguin.
I
Club
forgot.
Penguin's
Okay,
am-
I
that's
forgot they
That's
made
amazing.
I
those.
forgot they made those
I
too.
forgot
They had
they-
the in-person ones.
I forgot they made
I was
those.
I still play Club Penguin. They made a
I'd fry you in Club Penguin card.
rewritten
I'd
version
fry
of
you in
it.
card jitsu.
And when I went to summer camp, there was this kid that had like a huge book full of like all the Pokemon. So like on the bus, he would bring it, and like everybody would just like crowd around him and like just
But
go
That's
through the
fun.
Pokemon
Really,
story.
just like an encyclopedia in some
Yeah.
sense.
That's fun.
Because
Yes.
I know a kid, not named Cam, who had one with Lego Star Wars. That was
Lego
awesome.
Star Wars.
Yeah.
Or is
Bro,
it just like the Star Wars characters but in Lego form?
it was like I forget who made the book, but it was like the book's like this thick, and it was like it just showed like first of all I wasn't big into Star Wars. Not at the time I love Legos, so I kind of like I was like all right, word. It has an encyclopedia about Star Wars characters, but then just like talking about the Lego sets that they were in, and I'm like, yo, this is dope. So I remember one day I was in summer camp, and I was just sitting there reading the book, and some kid he came out to me and said, "Yo, like, what is that?" And he and I just like had a conversation about it. Actually, he's like one of my friends now to this day. We went to high school together, but that's kind of how I made friends back in the day. And this is before I became a sports boy.
Have you guys collected anything else though?
Yeah.
Besides the cards or like
I collect I collect football gloves in some sense.
gloves?
I
It's-
collect playbills.
Beyblades.
Playbills.
Playbills.
Oh, I was gonna say,
Bells.
what'd you
I was
say?
like, I love Blade Base.
My brother used to have Beyblades. We would always play them. We'd go on his floor and
Just let it rip.
race.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I collect like Funko Pops. I have like
Yeah, I
a
was about to
whole
say,
wall.
fu-
I have,
I
like,
have
a whole wall in my
I
room.
have an unhealthy amount of Funko Pops.
Me too. It's really bad. It's really bad for me.
I didn't start.
So bad.
I kind of want to start collecting things myself.
I collect, I don't know why, like glass jars. Like I'll just like put I have like a bunch of glass jars and like sitting on the desk, my corner of my desk in my room. I feel like I'm gonna use them one day. I don't think I am, but they just look pretty. Like when you just put them in the sun.
I
That makes
feel
sense.
that.
That makes sense. Like the scene, the aesthetic is cool.
Yeah,
When I was a
Yeah.
kid, I collected Littlest Pet Shops.
that was the thing I collected. Yeah,
When I was little, I
So many
collected
of them.
not Beyblade. What's the one that are like the balls that you
Oh,
throw out?
Bakugan.
Bakugan.
That's
Those
a
things were fun.
y'all like the memory. Y'all just like the memory right here.
So-
Yo, y'all really don't like the memory right now. Oh man, I love Bakugan. I would say,
Bakugan is fun.
Oh wait, no, I do know something I collect now.
What?
I collect bills.
Ooh.
Ayo.
Hey,
Congrats.
yo.
And I'm not talking about money. I'm talking about actual
Like
bills.
pay?
Bill. Yeah,
Okay.
rent.
Oh,
Just
boy.
kidding. I don't pay rent.
Bills
But
to pay.
that's not the point.
Oh boy, that's a bad one.
Listen, but no, I want something I do love to collect. I played. You could attest to this. There's this game called Sly Cooper,
Yes.
the Sly Collection. There's all video games I have on my PlayStation, my PS4. I like playing those games because those games are just freaking legendary. I don't know if I can say that on there. But yeah, listen to 90.3 WMSC Upper Montclair. But yes, it's just I just those old games in general, just a vibe. But you know what? With that being said, we're just gonna close out real quick. Any final thoughts for any of you guys?
I hope everyone
No.
has a wonderful day.
Yes.
Same.
That.
Woo.
And make sure the rest of your day is the best of your day. From Joe, Ali, Cassandra, and Megan, I'm Cam. This has been the Monday Buzz. And stick around because the Morning Buzz is going to be back tomorrow with Kyle and the crew. So we'll see you guys in 2 weeks because spring break is happening. And with that being said, peace.